Expressing States Explained. Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome back to my channel. This is Priya, your manifestation coach. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down what is a state, how to express a state, how to activate a state, but more importantly, how being in a state allows you to effortlessly manifest anything that you desire. So let's get started. What is a state? A state is simply a specific state of consciousness that you embody. It's a frequency that you embody. And once you embody this specific state of consciousness or this frequency, you become privy to the content of that state or the content of that state of consciousness. What do I mean by the content of that state of consciousness? Well, each state has thoughts, emotions, feelings, people, circumstances, and events. So once you activate a specific state of consciousness, meaning you become the person that already has your manifestation vibrationally, so there's no evidence of it yet in your 3D reality, this is when you activate a state of consciousness, or you activate a state. And when you activate this state, you will now begin to receive thoughts equivalent to that state of consciousness. So let's say, for example, you desire a relationship, or you desire more money or better health. So getting into the state of that means you become the person vibrationally that already has your dream relationship, or is abundant, or has impeccable health. Now, once you become the person who already has your manifestation, you will naturally begin to receive thoughts equivalent to that state of consciousness. So for the relationship, you will naturally receive thoughts such as I am good enough, I am worthy, I am lovable, I am so fun. If you're somebody who desires money, you will naturally receive thoughts such as I am abundant in nature, I'm really good with money, I know how to invest money, grow money, and receive money. If you are somebody who desires better health, you will naturally receive thoughts such as my body is thriving, my body is healthy, I am well, all is well. This is a natural byproduct of being in a state. Now, conversely, if you don't activate the state of consciousness that is equivalent to your desires, then what this means is that you are always going to have to go out of your way to think positive thoughts, to affirm positive thoughts like, oh, I am abundant, I am healthy, or I have my dream relationship. So you're thinking thoughts and you're having to go out of your way to constantly think positive thoughts. When you're going out of your way to have to constantly think positive thoughts, this is proof that you haven't yet activated the state. You're not yet existing at a level of consciousness of your desires. If you were, you would naturally receive thoughts that are positive in nature. You wouldn't have to go out of your way to think thoughts that are positive in nature. So there's a big difference between being in a state of consciousness, being conscious of being the person that already has your desire, versus being somebody who doesn't have your desire and having to go out of your way to think positive thoughts, which takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and can really lead to depletion and exhaustion if you're really not feeling it. Let's now talk about what happens once you activate the state. So once you become the person that already has your manifestation vibrationally, you begin to perceive the content of that state. So you receive thoughts that are equivalent to that frequency. So if you're in the frequency of love, you will receive thoughts equivalent to that. If you're in the frequency of abundance, you will receive thoughts equivalent to that. If you're in the frequency of impeccable health, you will receive thoughts that are equivalent to that. But you will also feel whole. You will also feel amazing. You will feel joy. You will feel love. You will feel abundance. So the emotion will be there too. That's another natural byproduct of being in the state. But what will also happen is you will perceive the content of that state. Meaning circumstances, people, and events, you will rendezvous with the right people. You'll be in the right place at the right time. Because again, this is all part of a specific state. And when you rendezvous with the right people at the right time, this is exactly how you manifest what you want. This is how your manifestation comes to you. It's about being in the right place at the right time, or it's about opportunities presenting themselves to you. You don't have to go out of your way to look for them. They will come to you. They will come knocking on your door, quite literally. So when you activate a state of consciousness, a specific state of consciousness that is equal to your desire, everything will come to you without you having to lift a finger. What this also means on a deeper level is that your manifestation is done. Your manifestation right now already exists in a parallel reality. And in that parallel reality, which is the state, there is a content to it, right? Within its boundary of that frequency, the thoughts, the emotions, the people, the circumstances, the events, that is going to deliver to you your manifestation. So your manifestation is already done, which means you don't need to go out of your way to try and make it happen, or to try and find it, or to try and force it. Instead, you want to focus on activating the state, and we're going to come to that in just a bit. But to go deeper into what it really means to activate a state is, let's go back to the example of, let's say you desire your dream relationship. If you become the person that already has your dream relationship, then you would never be thinking to yourself, how am I going to find my person? Do I need to join a dating app? What do I need to do to find my dream relationship? That would not match the state of consciousness that says, I am already the person that has my dream relationship. In the same way, let's say you activate the state of consciousness of abundance. You would never be thinking to yourself, how do I make money? What do I need to do to make money? How can I make money? Because those thoughts are not equivalent to somebody who is already abundant and who is already receiving money and is in flow with money. So again, this is sort of an indicator that you're not yet in the state of consciousness of your desires. And this could apply to anything. Let's say, for example, that you desire to pass exams. So if you embody the state of consciousness that says, I'm already the person that has passed my exams with flying colors and I'm at the top of my class, you wouldn't be thinking to yourself, what do I need to do? How much more revision do I need to do? What else do I need to do to pass these exams? Do I need to work harder? Like, you wouldn't be thinking thoughts like that. Instead, you would naturally be receiving thoughts once you embody the state of consciousness of somebody who's passed their exams, such as, I've got this, I'm so good at this, I'm really great with passing exams, I'm always at the top of my class. It would just be a natural thought that you receive. And on top of that, you would actually like manifest the outcome because you've already become the person that has your manifestation. So you can apply this to anything. It's not restricted to relationships or abundance only. It's anything that you desire, whether that's a house, a car, better health, anything that you desire. The goal is always to become the person that already has it. That's how you get into a state. And once you become the person that already has it, you activate the state, then you'll be able to perceive the content of that state. And that's how your manifestation will come to you without you having to lift a finger. So to recap, you are now aware that a state is when you exist at a specific level of consciousness that is equivalent to your desire. Once you activate a state that is equivalent to your desire, it means the person that you are conscious of being is the person that already has your manifestation. Once this occurs, you will naturally receive thoughts that are equivalent to that state of consciousness. You will feel the emotions that are equivalent to that consciousness, and you will begin to perceive the content of that state, such as you will rendezvous with opportunities, people, and circumstances that will come knocking on your door to deliver to you your manifestation. This is what activating a state is all about. It's about becoming the person that already has your manifestation. This is who you are conscious of being. So then the goal and the intention becomes about, how do I activate the state so that I can express that state, so that I can perceive the content of that state. And this is about impressing the subconscious mind. You do this by impressing the subconscious mind. Now, before I go into that, if you are somebody who wants to go deeper into what you have learned here today, if you are somebody who wants to learn how to become the person that already has your manifestation, and you desire a step-by-step roadmap that shows you how to do this from start to finish, then you can get your hands on my manifestation courses by clicking the link below in the description box. Finally, if you want to learn how to impress the subconscious mind so you can activate the state that is equivalent to your desire, then you can watch my video here next, Impressing the Subconscious Mind. Last but not least, thank you so much for being here. I love you. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful day or a beautiful evening. Mwah.